Hello, my name is Christian Dragna. By show of hands, how many in the classroom have a male figure that they admire or love? Okay. Now, imagine if that person was no longer here. Men's mental health is one of the most serious topics that's dealt with on a day-to-day basis, and growing up personally, I've had my own battles and struggles with mental health, the feeling of not being loved, not being enough, not being wanted. They're not fun feelings, and let alone beside me, many other people feel these feelings. Men's mental health is talked about so much, but there's so much more that could actually be done to end the stigma. And so the main points that I'd like to go over today are the suicide rate of men, the economy and the labor force and how that's affected, and most importantly, family. So how do the suicide rate of men and men's mental health go hand in hand? Well, the main objective of this point is that suicide, when men commit suicide and it deals with mental health issues, they feel like this is their only way out to deal with whatever trauma that they're currently going through. So after some research, a study done by the CDC shows that suicide rates have been going up and they haven't been decreasing by any means whatsoever. I didn't know this much about the suicide rates until I looked at this chart by the CDC. I always knew that they were at alarming numbers for men, but after looking at this chart, they are a lot worse than I actually thought. So the CDC article stated, males make up about 49% of the world population, but nearly 80% of the suicides. Wow, it's a big number. The article then continued to say, 800,000 suicides are committed per year. Wow, it's a really big number. So if we do some math really quick, if 800,000 suicides are committed a year and 80% of those suicides are committed by men, that's 640,000 men that are committing suicide every single year. This affects households, this affects so many other things, including the economic aspect and the labor forces. With the economy, businesses have been no stranger to facing troubles, whether that be COVID-19 causing labor shortages, the Great Depression, the recession. There has been no limitation to how businesses have been handicapped throughout their entirety. However, the point that no one brings up is suicide rates by men. Another piece of information that I took from the CDC says that males make up 69% of the labor force. That's also a very, very large number. And if males make up about 49% of our population, then that's an even bigger number than you may think. You think about all the male role models in the world that are making a lot of money that help influence the economy and influence capitalism and the idea of the American dream. You think of Jeff Bezos, the owner of Amazon. He's a gazillionaire. I'm sure that he deals with a lot of mental health problems. Elon Musk, Dave Portnoy, these guys make a lot of money. Though you may not like some of them, the issues of running a company and let alone being a part of the economy is a very important aspect for these men and how mental health affects them. And finally, my most important point is family. When you think of your family, you think about your mother, your father, that father figure, your brother, your sister, and all those people and family are just the utmost important people to you. Now, I'd like you all to join me just in a little moment right here. I want you guys to think about your father figure or your father or any male person that you admire in your family. Now picture that they were no longer in your life. You couldn't say I love you anymore. You couldn't give them another hug. And you couldn't tell them how you felt. Just let that sink in just for a moment. Doesn't feel great, does it? Men's mental health is one of the most damaging things that's in our society right now that's not talked about enough. So, in conclusion, my challenge to you is to make a difference. Whether that be you take to social media and raise awareness to end the stigma, to talk about men's mental health. Whether you start a foundation or a GoFundMe to allow more institutions to take in more patients, in particular men, to talk about their health issues. Or just simply provide a smile to someone. You don't know what that smile can do for that person that day. Change is happening, but change needs to keep progressing, and why not start today? Thank you.